Inspiration, education, action. This is the Seeds to Success Show with Ben Godinez on Money 105.5.
Welcome back to the Seeds to Success Show. I am your host and Insurance 101 guy, Ben Godinez with Gateway Insurance Group. Thanks so much for tuning in here today with Baguettes and Pursuing Your Dream. We are here now with Jen Barna back in the studio. Welcome back, my dear.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. The life coach of Seeds to Success. She's here to give us some wisdom here. We're going to give her 4 to 5 minutes here to inject in our lives some wisdom, as we're kind of calling them Jen's Jewels of Wisdom. So that's what I like. And this is going to be a segment ongoing here on the Seeds to Success show. So Jen, give us some wisdom, would you?
I will. Thank you. Thank you, Ben. So my mentor is Bob Proctor, and Bob says that once you make the decision, you will find all the people, the resources, and ideas you need every time, not sometimes, every time. So now the secret sauce to this is in the all-in mindset. When you decide to pursue your goal, your dream, with the faith, desire, and persistence needed to make it happen, you have the all-in mindset. So talk about food for thought. Any decisions, especially big decisions in life, work best with this all-in mindset. And what does that mean? It means that it's our attitude, it's our habits, it's the decisions that we make on a daily basis to keep moving us forward. This past weekend, my husband and I visited a friend of ours who's a very successful developer. He is the perfect example of living with that all-in mindset. Friends had been persuading him for years to try yoga, but his interest and attention just hadn't taken root. So looking for a different outlet to his business stressors, he finally gave in to a trusted friend and finally tried yoga. He absolutely loved it. One time, right? One class. Right. Knowing he would never have the time with his busy schedule to go out and make the effort to go somewhere, he decided to put a studio in a building he already owned, right? Still started with an idea and a decision to do it. This type of business was very new for him, and he needed people who knew what they were doing. Reaching out as a good student to those who knew more than him about the industry, some he'd even known since childhood, they connected him to the right people, and things started to fall into place. Literally 9 months later, last week, that spark of the idea, making the decision acting on it, he has now expanded his repertoire into the yoga business. Hearing this story, watching the birth of an idea turn into its physical form, was a great example of how we should go about taking action to get into this all-in mindset. So regardless of the resources at our disposal, you can take my friend's example with this all-in a mindset and apply it to your big idea. Today, we heard from Teddy and Alex about her parents pursuing their dream of leaving corporate America for a dream of going into something they were very passionate about. And it shows in how they run their business, from the authentic decor to how they treat their customers to how they prepare their food. It all brings a high quality and a sense of community to everything that they do, which has led, I believe, to their success. So regardless of the size of the dream out there, the decision to pursue it with this all-in mindset makes all the difference. It's been said on average that the average person makes about 35,000 decisions every single day.
Wow.
Big or small, each decision with action is leading you to the life you will be living in the next minute, the next day, the next year. So as Tony Robbins says, it is in the moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. So think of yourself as a great decision maker. Even if you're not, just fake it till you make it. Then go practice being one. So when we get in with the all-in mindset with every decision you make, you will start to see your life change.
That's right.
I call this the 2-minute mindset with Jen Barna, helping you get out of your mind and into your life. Be good, do good, have good, and give good in all you do. Your life will thank you for it.
Wow. Can I get an applause for that? Everybody in the studio right now? That was awesome. I'm fired up. I just want to leave right now and go act on my decisions. That is so awesome. Thank you for sharing that, Jen. What I got from that was the all-in mindset of when you have a decision, they all tie in together. You have a decision. When you're faced with a decision, just act on it. It doesn't have to be the perfect plan that is the once and done, end all be all, right? You know what I've noticed when I'm choosing my my clothes for the day. I don't want to say my outfit because I really don't care that much. But sometimes I sit there for 5 minutes and I go, oh, well, I could go with this and with that. I could go with this and with that. And then sometimes I just snap out of it and I go, who cares?
Make a decision.
It doesn't matter. Make a decision. I just wasted 5 minutes, which is time is money. So constantly reminding ourselves that we need to make a decision and act on it because it'll move us closer to the end result. So if you're going down a street in a community and you make a right turn instead of a left-hand turn, well, that's okay. You just need to make 2 more left-hand turns to get back on path. It doesn't mean that you're going the wrong way forever and it's a one-way street. It just means that you may need to go around the tree, or it may need, go around the crash on the freeway. So
Teddy said it great earlier, is when we are working down that path towards what we want, we don't have to have all the steps in place. A lot of people stop themselves. They won't take action because they feel like they have to have all the steps. Taking the first step generally leads to showing you where the next step needs to be taken. So trust yourself.
That's right. Something that I learned from Think and Grow Rich and Napoleon Hill was the story of the warrior, the commander that led his troops into battle on an island, by ship, and they landed on shore. They got their troops in formation, and he said, "Troops, look behind me." And he set the ships on fire. They're burning, and he goes, "Those ships mean no retreat. There is no plan B. We win or we die." And that's the mindset that a business owner has to have. I've noticed that when certain businesses start, they have a plan B. And they're like, well, if this doesn't work, I'll go back to my usual job. And that's perfectly fine. But you're accepting right then and there that other job is going to be...
There's an out for
your
you.
job. Yeah, exactly. Right. So you have a retreat pattern. You literally just spoke it into reality that you're going to end up working at that other job eventually. When you don't go all in, you need to burn all ships. You need to act on the decision. And if you commit to it, you will be successful. And that's what Paula and Larry have done with Baguettes. You guys went all in. They quit their jobs, the safe, secure job with probably benefits and their family dependent on them to pursue their goal and their dream. And guess what? Because they burned all ships, it is now growing and thriving because of that.
Absolutely. And created a new lifestyle for themselves. It's a different way of living. They have to live and make different decisions now than they made before.
That's right.
So.
Baguettes is not only just it's not a deli. It doesn't even fit into a box. It's a restaurant, but it's a place to bring your family and friends. Like how Starbucks has created the coffee meeting a popular thing, Baguettes is bridging it from coffee to food, I think, because it's a relaxed environment. Oh, and another thing that I haven't noticed or haven't brought up yet is that everything in there is handmade. Yeah. Everything in there. Talk to us about that, Alex. Like, I'm talking about the chairs and the bar and the tables. Like, they're all handmade.
Yeah. I mean, the food, we get in every morning, make all the bread, we do all of our meats, we do everything there. So that's all handmade. But the tables and the bar chairs are made by this local guy in Wilton, Darren Moore, and he made them out of wine barrels.
Yeah.
So, the tables are all hardwood top, and he made those all himself, and it took months, but it was quality work.
What a great personal touch.
Yeah,
I know.
absolutely.
Because, and again, going back to Teddy's point, like her dreams are depicted within the restaurant. She loves wine. So she made wine barrels like this, really like the foundation, literally, of the restaurant. I took some pictures. I hope we can integrate them here in the post production here. But the chairs actually are like the legs of them are the wine barrels, and they're wrapped with the metal.
Yeah.
Lining around it. The tabletops are all handmade and hand polished. Anyway, it's so impressive, and it's impressive to bring clients and customers or whatever to lunch there, and that's why I bring people there every week.
It's almost like gathering around the big kitchen table.
Yeah.
They get very personal, very homey, very inviting, it sounds.
Yeah, because, the kitchen is the central hub of the house, right? And that's where I feel like I'm bringing people. It's kind of a place to just, talk, and there's an outdoor patio and stuff where, you can enjoy the nice weather and all that. But it feels like you're at home. and you're cooking for them.
Yeah, and it's an open kitchen too, so we don't want to fool anyone. We let everyone see what we're doing. There's a window into our back grill. You can see us make all the burgers if you want, and you can see us do all of the sandwiches there. You can see us plate your food, and you can see it come out if you want to. So,
right.
We invite people to come and watch us do what we love and see their food being made.
I'm sure that sharing that passion, that love for what you do is definitely, it goes into the food.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So some of the things that we just took away from this is, for one, they started from grassroots with family values, quality, and the idea of healthy living and uniqueness. And it's turned into an amazing business model, I think, for other restaurant owners to be unique, to be different, to make it your own. Put your dreams down on paper and make it happen. Take the first step. Because it started out as a hole-in-the-wall place. Mm-hmm. It got so busy where there's 30 people waiting in line, and having Teddy sell them the integrated system to, place orders in advance was the only way that you guys can get the orders out as fast as possible.
Yeah.
And you guys were so successful at doing that it has now become, it's going to become, I think, a small chain restaurant, and you can go as big as you want to grow, but I think it's going to be like the McCoonies, where it's a staple in every major city. You've got a Baguettes. Where's your next location that you're looking at obtaining, possibly?
I don't want to.
Okay,
I don't want to say exactly, but we're looking closer in between Rancho Cordova and Wilton. Kind of in between that little area.
Off of Grant Line or something.
Yeah, off of Grant Line and Sheldon a little bit. So I don't want to jinx anything, but we've had a lot of good things happen every time we've seen the realtor that's showing that particular building. We have a customer that comes up to my mom, Paula, and they rant and rave about Baguettes in front of my mom and the realtor.
That's great.
So it's we think it's meant to be, but we're still working on it. So I don't want to make any promises to our customers.
Right, okay,
always think about us in the north and the east too. So
right, yeah. Carmichael Fair up
there we go.
Great. Well, let's tell them how they can follow you guys on social media and the website and all that stuff.
Yeah, so we have our website, baguettesdeli.com. We have our Facebook under Baguettes Deli. We do have an Instagram. I think that is Baguettes Elk Grove. And we're working on a Twitter. Haven't had much experience with Twitter. My mom is a little bit social media, illiterate, but I'm teaching her. So
right, cool.
We might have a Twitter soon. But we have all those major ones. Still working on Snapchat. Not sure about that yet.
Don't worry, I'm Snapchatting for you every time.
Yeah, okay. Awesome. Yeah.
Follow me, Ben Godinez. And then, Jen, how do people follow you? Because I'm sure everybody's fired up and wants to know more about how they can work with you.
That is great. They can find me online, Facebook, Jennifer Barna, Jen Barna Coaching. Email jenbarnasuccess@gmail.com.
Okay, excellent. And this music is brought to you by Paloma Rush, Paloma_Rush. Follow her on Instagram and Twitter. She's amazing, and look for her in her productions coming soon. Follow me, Insurance 101 Guy, and follow Seeds to Success on Instagram and Twitter as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you back here next time on the Seeds to Success show.